Hi, my name is Tony Yates, and I'll be talking about the Tom's Shoe Company and specifically their Buy One Give One campaign that has started a real trend of Buy One Give One campaigns that have really been benefiting a lot of people in underprivileged countries and here in the United States as well. There are three main points that I'd like to get to in this, and hopefully this will help you understand more about, one, how Tom's Shoe Company does what they do, secondly, who it benefits, and thirdly, how they sustain this going forward. So a little bit of background on Tom's. Tom's was founded in 2006 by Blake McCaskey. He actually started an online driver's ed course, and he sold that company for $500,000 and used that as startup capital to create Tom's Shoe Company. And since its inception in 2006, it's always been a buy one, give one program. So basically, anytime someone bought a pair of Tom's shoes, from the very first pair sold, a pair was given to someone in an underprivileged country. Over 500 stores are participating with Tom's shoes and selling the products and helping to really get those out to the public. Shoes are produced in China, Ethiopia, and Argentina, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later as far as why they're produced there and some of the things that go along with that. So first of all, obviously the biggest thing that Tom's does is gift shoes. So Tom started off with their canvas slip-ons, just a normal Vans type pair of shoes. And what they found out is there were a lot of places that they were trying to give these shoes that those just weren't practical. So Tom's went on to create winter boots lines, wet weather slip-ons, as well as sports shoes and locally produced shoes, so that people could actually produce the shoes right there in the country, giving them jobs, sustainable futures, and also charity to those that need it in that area as well. And to date, 60 million pairs of shoes have been distributed all across the world through that Buy One Give One campaign since 2006. Tom's has branched out recently and has went into some other avenues as well, not just giving back shoes, but really trying to get a well-rounded view of the world and make sure that they're helping as much as possible. So Tom's Gift of Sight started later, and as of now it's helped restore sight to 400,000 people that need it. The one-for-one model works the same way as it does with the shoes. They sell prescription glasses through Tom's Eyewear, one of the other Tom's brands, and for every pair of glasses sold they give one to someone in need as well. So it funds sight-saving surgery for cataracts and trachoma, as well as the prescription glasses, and it also funds medical treatment for infections, bacteria, and things like that, as well as providing education for eye care. And Tom's Gift of Sight currently is active in 13 countries, and they're doing a lot there to help people get back to work, creating gender equality and things like this that don't currently exist in those areas, where men a lot of times are more apt to get the medical treatment they need rather than women. So this is somewhere that they've branched out, and we'll continue on talking a little bit more about some other places they went here. Another thing that they've done recently is Tom's Gift of Water. So in 2014, they started Tom's Roasting Company, which is a coffee company, and for every bag of coffee that they sell, they give 140 liters of water to someone in need. And they've really done this on a community basis to get whole communities back on their feet as far as water is concerned, by not only providing water, but sustainable water sources in those areas. And this was founded on a one-for-one principle, like I said, with a bag of coffee, and currently it's provided 335,000 weeks of water to people in need. Additionally, Tom's has went off into another venture to help in an area that's really important, especially in third world countries and places that don't have the medical support they need, in Tom's Gift of Safe Births. So this was started just last year, and in that short amount of time, they have given safe birthing services to 25,000 mothers. And this goes a long way to help with infections and making sure that those are taken down in both the mother and the newborn. They fund both birth attendants as well as birth kits that help out a lot with the deliveries with those birth attendants, and also offer education on the birthing process and the whole maternity process as well. Also, we have Tom's Gift of Kindness. This is another one that started very recently, and Tom's has branched out with this through their backpacks. So just like in the previous ones with Tom's bags, Tom's shoes and Tom's eyewear, as well as the coffee. This one goes through purchases of backpacks, and they donate a portion of those proceeds to go into schools and try and stop bullying by giving education to the school staff as well as crisis counselors at those schools. It additionally funds text lines that the students can text into and get advice and get help with bullying. It also funds the No Bully training system, which schools that have went through have said it has decreased bullying by as much as 90% in their schools, which is important because through the stats that Tom's has, 1 in 3 kids between the ages of 12 and 18 report bullying while at school. So this is a really helpful one that they've added recently. So Tom's Reach, this tells us a lot about really how far a caring capitalism type campaign like this can go. So Tom's is active in over 70 countries and 5 continents, and this is strictly with their give back programs, not with production or anything like that. This is strictly giving back to over 70 countries. Shoe drops have covered 40 countries, and this is where they give back those large amounts of shoes from the ones that they've sold. And currently that has affected over 60 million individuals by providing them shoes that they need. They've also created 281 campus clubs for U.S. outreach, and these are campuses that collect shoes right here in the U.S. and give those to those less fortunate as well. They also participated in the Africa Outreach Project with Charlize Theron, which helped a lot in AIDS prevention and awareness in Africa. And they also participate annually with the Movember Foundation by changing the Tom's logo that they produce to a mustache instead of the normal shoe logo. And they give a lot of the proceeds that are made in November directly to them. And with their help, by 2030, the Movember Foundation has said they will be able to reduce prostate cancer deaths by 25%. So Tom's is going outside of what they've normally done with the shoes to make sure that they're hitting as many charitable foundations that they can to really help as much as possible. So a big question is, and this is one of the major points that I wanted to answer for you, is how something like this works. How does someone give away half of their inventory to someone that's not paying for it, basically? So it starts with premium prices, and Tom's will be the first to let you know that the canvas shoes that they sell for $59.99 don't cost anywhere near that much. But it allows the consumer to be part of the giving, and consumers have taken advantage of that. It lets them feel that they're giving back while also getting a quality product at a price higher than a competitor, but they know that that extra price is going to a good cause. They also have a lower cost of production. As I said previously, they manufacture these shoes in China, Ethiopia, and Argentina, so the costs are much lower than they would be otherwise. And they also do take lower profit margins to a degree that also helps in funding these charitable efforts. So, and to wrap, Tom's has inspired a lot of other companies to go into these buy one, give one campaign. Skechers, for instance, made Bob's, which was a direct buy one, give one. Warby Parker started a buy one, give one glasses. The Smiled Square company did the same thing with toothbrushes. One for One Water Company provided water to those in Haiti that needed it based on purchases here in the United States. And Baby Teresa does the same thing with baby clothes, where your purchase of baby clothes goes into giving baby clothes to those that aren't able to afford it or get it themselves. So Tom's has went beyond the one-for-one give back as far as how they get into communities and help communities. Tom's has supported over 700 jobs that are currently running in both manufacturing, sales, etc. They produce 1/3 of their giving shoes in regions that they're giving to support sustainability in the future for these areas as well, providing not only a pair of shoes to wear, but a job and a way of life in those areas as well. They also provide startup funds for 20 socially centered companies, and these companies are companies like change.org, for instance, that allows people to have a platform to voice their opinion, and they get those petitions out to those that can make changes in the areas that individuals like to see it. Additionally, they sustainably source their products, and their coffee boasts being 100% sustainably sourced. So they give back in that way to not only communities but to the environment. So I want you to see from this that carrying capitalism is something that can be done and has been done extremely effectively in the case of Tom's Shoes and those that it's inspired. It really creates a platform for consumers to be involved with companies and really give back to something that matters.